this is GammaQueen, and today I'm going to be building a special little build. It's a retail lot for the Sims Get Together that came out quite a few months ago, but this is pretty fun because it's based off of my current residence, but only if I took over it as my own business. So a little backstory there. In my real life, in my real job, my dream, I am a bridal gown designer, so this is sort of like my dream workspace studio type place. Right now I work from home, which is something I always want to do. I don't think I will ever rent a commercial place, so this is kind of like the best of both worlds. We live at home, I sew at home, I do everything in our tiny little upstairs apartment. It's not so tiny, but, and down below from us is a business as well, and there are landlords, so, so this was kind of fun to sort of imagine what it would be like if we sort of bought the whole place and took it over as my business and sort of created 2 living spaces above it. So there's 2 apartments. The longest one, the biggest one, the one with 2 bedrooms that you see at the top, that's ours right now. So it's kind of a basic building because there's several units right next to us. So yeah, I was playing with the roof heights or the wall heights a little bit there, but so it's very narrow. There's only 2 windows in our whole place, and then a cool loft. I couldn't exactly do the loft, and you'll see later how I managed to sort of fake it with the Sims, because we do have a loft space that we climb up to with a ladder, and it's mainly for storage. So that I couldn't really do. So right now I'm figuring out the stair placements. And this build, I tell you, it took me forever. I'm not the best builder. This is probably my 3rd one. I used to do a lot of building, maybe Sims 1, a little bit in Sims 2, but Sims 4 and 3, well, 3 I didn't really do much at all. In fact, I don't think I built a single thing. I just really wanted to play the families more in that one, and I didn't actually play Sims 3 for very long, so once I got Sims 4, I realized how kind of cool and different the building strategies are, and so I just love moving the sizes of rooms. So now I'm figuring out, how big are each room gonna be, how am I gonna work out to how big they are in real life, trying to make them somewhat very close. So yeah, we have this tiny little staircase that goes up into 2 apartments. One is the business that has its storeroom and sort of lunch room for them. So that's on the other side. So I've turned that into a second apartment, which is kind of neat. So if you want your Sims to play the business side of it, they can definitely stay and just live here pretty much and have a worker or 2 that, rooms with them and go to work in the morning. Oh, that would be so amazing. Yeah, I'm not full-time at it right now, so that's the dream. That's the dream, to work full-time. Just go downstairs, you'll see later I'll do the whole bridal boutique 1st floor and a little workroom for myself as well, which doesn't have a lot of purpose in the game, but it's kind of cool to have, so you could see the whole side of the business. Doing some lights and the bathroom. So shower tub combo, sink, towels. For some reason, my toilet paper thing did not work very well. It was too high. See, I'm trying to get it up and lower. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. So I said, forget it. I'm not reaching up that high to put my toilet paper on, so screw that. Yeah, trying to figure out some rugs to put, and yeah, that's pretty much the color scheme we have, is gray and black in the bathroom. Furniture's not so much. I went a little crazy. I wanted to do something, what I think I would like if, that was financially possible to have a whole new kitchen. This would probably be like $1 million renovation or something, because it would need new windows. It would need so much. Right now it's an older building, but it's well taken care of, and our suite is newly renovated as well. So I really like living here. It's nice. We got this nice commercial parking out front, so my clients can come and visit. Much nicer than working in a residential area, I think. It's kind of got this cool, lofty, New York-y feel, and that's sort of what really drew us to it when we came and looked at it for the first time. It was just sort of really neat. So, yeah, that's our bedroom there with some funky furniture, sort of going with the designer look, and we do actually have shelves like that, so I thought that was kind of neat. They're reclaimed wood looking. So trying to fill it up with stuff. It's really lacking in the game what is available to put on these shelves. I'm always using the same things over and over again. That and the amount of swatches is another problem I think they have. So that'd be really nice to have an update one of these days. I wasn't going to do all wood floors, but I don't know. In my other life as well, I work at a hardwood flooring place doing their marketing. So that's my other job. So I've gotten a real affinity to hardwood floors. I just love the look of them. I think they're really, really classy. So now I'm trying to figure out how to do a bar counter, because we sort of have that, but it's not technically a bar, so I thought that would be kind of a cool thing to add. I do have a work table up there, but in this layout, it's not quite big enough to put a full dining room table there. So our living room and that table takes up a lot of space. So I thought I'd minimize that a little bit for here and just do a nice bar counter. And figuring out cabinets, I do change the color. They're not going to be gray, although that does look nice now that I'm looking at it again. But I did change them to green, so you'll see that. Oh, there they are, a little bit. I thought that was quite funky. Some nice color to the palette inside. So now I'm figuring out that the rooms are too big and I needed more room in the living room for sure, because I was finding that I wasn't able to put a full couch, and I think I'd do it again. I make it larger, I think, because it's just wasn't enough room for the couch and sofa. Like, we have 3 chairs in there and I wanted to put 3, but just not enough room, and I didn't want it to look all cluttered. So this living room is the one that has the loft roof that I didn't have right now, but I will later, because I wanted to add that. I think it's quite a dark apartment when you don't have that light. Like, it still is a little bit, but because there's no windows on the side, because that's the next unit over, so I wanted something similar to, because we can't do skylights in The Sims, never have, so this was sort of my workaround, and you'll see later. I did have to skip a couple stuff, because I'm not the best builder. I spend a lot of time trying to figure out things, so I thought I'd just cut out some stuff of me trying to figure out, where things go and which swatches to use, which colors. Yeah, I'm pretty picky, so this is me trying to see if there was a rug that I could have, and I think I choose this one. I think, yeah, it looks pretty cute. Just a spare bedroom. This room that I'm doing now is actually my sewing room, so whenever my husband and I decide to have children, that's sort of what I'd like it to become, is a nursery, or because I don't think we'll stay here forever for when we have kids, because it's not a kid-friendly really area, because they do industrial stuff down below, so yeah, it would probably be a nursery if we do end up staying for a little bit. But yeah, I thought it was kind of cool to have a second bedroom, gives your Sims some extra room. And this is the second apartment. I'm trying to figure out where to put the kitchen, because that's not going to work. That's too small. It's a pretty basic apartment. It's not meant to be fancy. It's like a spare, like maybe an in-law suite or something like that. So I did it very basic, not too many decorative items or anything. You know, I think I changed these. Yeah, those are better. So they kind of match the other one. I have move objects on, so that's why that that cabinet is outside of alignment. But yeah, this is the nice little table, which the other unit doesn't have, so I wanted to add that. So 3 chairs there, and a little downtime area, the living area. Trying to find a nice accent table. Yeah, looks nice. Move it over a little bit using your move objects on. Very helpful. So it is another dark corner, so we need that light over there for sure. And I did play test this with my little tester sim, so I did have to change a couple things. So the version that's on the gallery is all fully play tested. There is a couple issues that when I do the downstairs, I will note. So I decided to add a window there, even though it's not really in our place now, just to, I don't know, make it a little bit nicer. I know there's a total lack of windows here, and it is hot in the summer. Yes, very, very warm. Because there's no really airflow going through the whole place. It's so narrow, so we get stifled a little bit. So here's the angled roof that I did. The, whatchamacallit roof. Sloping roof thing with some windows to give it some light, and you remove the floor pretty much. And this took a lot of time. It took a lot of time planning the roofs. Roofs are not my specialty for sure. Definitely need to practice some roofs, and I do end up changing the other side as well with the gable. It just didn't work too well. So I had it like this for a while. Now we're on to the first floor, so I've already kind of separated these a little bit. Did the wallpaper off camera because, you know, trying to pick wallpaper just takes me forever sometimes to find the right colors. So I did all that picking off camera because I would have just way too much stuff to edit. So now I kind of wanted to do like a pedestal display for the mannequins. So we got these nice classy black female mannequins there that really pop when the white dresses are on. It looks really nice. So trying to find a cool little flower arrangement maybe to put in the window, and I think I've done them now because the curtains are up. So I really like those drapes that came with the movie stuff pack, the movie hangout stuff. Those are really neat to do. And just simple black. These are the actual colors of my business. I like creams and blacks and just really elegant stuff, you know. I really love vintage, so lots of old school Victorian, really vintage looking stuff. So that whole front room is done. It's like the kind of waiting room where the brides come in, they hang out with the girls and wait for their appointments. And then you come back here and you got a nice dressing room to yourself with some nice draped curtains. And I'm putting a nice chair in there for, you know, to put your stuff and sit down if you need to. Have a moment to yourself being a bride. And robes, of course, because every bride needs to, if they need to come out of the change room, you need to have a courtesy robe. And this is my little pedestal and mirror display. So, you know, the brides change, they walk out, and then they're able to change in front of all their family and friends. It's part of the whole deal when you go bridal shopping. It makes it really fun, and all of the stuff I do is all custom, so all unique. Sort of my thing. I like giving brides, you know, a unique experience because not everybody wants to buy something from the bridal store that everyone else can pick out. You know, I am lucky to have some really unique clients and like different stuff. So it's really awesome, and I would love to do it full time. and have my own store like this. This would be awesome for sure. So this was kind of fun to do for figuring out, what would I like if I had a boutique? I would definitely need more storage because all there is the mannequins that the Sims would go and purchase from, which is another thing. I wish you could set the prices for these outfits that are on the mannequins. Yes, you can do markup, but my dresses are not $230 or whatever they are, $213 or something like that, at the normal markup, which is just so ridiculous. I wish you could set the prices for each thing. I know that's tedious, but from a business person like myself, I would really like to be able to control every aspect of this business. Which is why Open for Business was my favorite expansion. I've always loved selling things, so it was my jam. I loved it. I had so many stores. It was a really great expansion pack. I really wish they would have added more of that sort of stuff in Get to Work, because you can only sell things that are in the buy mode, but and I guess the mannequins as well, but so at least they added that, which is pretty cool, because they didn't have to. They could have just done buy mode stuff and sell to your Sims. So this is the workspace area, so I tried to put as many clothing related stuff inside of this to make it sort of look like a big open space, creative space. And this is actually a paper towel holder, but I figured it to be like a craft paper roll where you wrap packages, or for my drafting paper. I thought that was pretty neat, so I enlarged it so it looked like a larger roll of paper. So that was kind of neat. And I added 2 spare mannequins at first, but I actually add 2 more later, so I had to get rid of one because you're only allowed 10, I think, per lot. So now there's only 1, and that's sort of like my dress form where I design stuff. So these are the lovely screenshots. That's the back. This is the front window display, the final version. Those are the 2 extra mannequins that I did. So the 3 there are usable. The ones that are on the pedestals are not. Sims can't buy from them. So if you wanted to play this in your game, you might want to remove the pedestals so you'd have more mannequins for them to purchase from. But that's a really cool shot. I love the change rooms in this. Yep, a nice workroom with a desk. So it's just think of it as a very large office. This is the upstairs bedroom, the front-facing one. Nice bathroom, very simple, not too fancy. The nice renovated kitchen. I wish I had those cabinets. Those are pretty sweet. Nice bar counter, living room. There's the nice loft space in effect. It just makes the ceiling so much higher. That's the second apartment's bedroom. So just one in there, and their little living space. Their little bathroom, very cute. And here's the floor plan for you, just so you can see the layout. That's the downstairs boutique. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Please check out my other videos. My last speed build was a starter apartment. If you like what you see, please subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video, and happy simming!